everybody, it's Christmas time, as you can see. Merry Christmas. First button. Buster's behind me, but I'm sure we'll get him up before the end of this video to wish you a happy Christmas too. You know, hasn't 2020 been a weird year? You know? But my goodness, a lot of things have happened. I'm not just talking about this COVID thing. But you know, with different things. People have done so many different things this year. Okay? Because they've been put into different ways of life. You know? Even myself. What would have ever thought that I would have wrote a book? And I did. And I never thought that I would ever come out of my wee room in the house. And here I am. And what was once the summer house is now called the Whimsical Shanty. You know? Okay? Amazing. For the lockdown to stay. Okay? And then I wrote the book. And in the meantime, you know, Kerry decided, Ma, she says, it's time that we maybe interviewed some people onto it. What do you think? Well, let's give it a go. You never know to give things a go. So we did. And we had 5 beautiful interviews, you know. And we started off with Joanne DUNN. Remember Joanne? Dragons?
Right there as well. So, Joanne, on that note, do you want to explain to everybody a bit about yourself and what it is that you do in terms of spiritual work, what it is that you put out into the world and how you help others as well?
Sure, I'll certainly try my best, but first I would like to introduce Frank. This is Frank. Frank is my dragon guide. He's just here a little helping hand today, Frank. Just in case you wondered who this was here in the wings here. So I help people clear their energy. I'm an intuitive, so I can basically tune into the energy of anything and anybody really. So I have sessions where I tune into people's energies. I clear, you know, help them also clear the blocks. I can clear blocks, but if I don't, you know, help the person work on that, then the block will just come back. So I also kind of guide people on how to look after their energy, how to clear their energy. I have a little workshop that I do that's also got a little spiritual group online, which just kind of takes people through how to maintain their energy, because it changed my life. Like, it literally changed my life. Just a spiritual routine every day is what changed my life from being to being so I really just, part of what I do is I share my experience that resonates with other people.
Okay.
You know, to help them on their journey. And I do sessions. I'm not doing them at the moment, but you know, whenever I can get time, I do sessions where helping people clear their energy and clear the energy of their homes. You know, there can be some things in homes. So yeah, that's kind of, I do dragon reiki, and I can tune people into their dragons. I make little dragons.
Oh, your dragons are beautiful, and your grids as well. Do you make the grids? Like, you know, your gridding kits yourself makes them, is that right?
I make gridding kits for people to grid their homes, to clear the energy in their homes, to then grid. Oh, Gladys, like, to help the energy within their homes, to create this fifth dimensional net as such, to help raise the energy there, which is really important at this stage in the game with what's happening out there. But you don't need to buy my kits. You can grid with crystals as well. But yeah, I do sell the kit. Yeah.
Okay, so if anybody wanted to purchase a dragon or a gridding kit, or to contact you about anything, how would they go about getting in touch with you?
Facebook. I have a Facebook Pyramid Awakening Studio. It is, and there's a little Dragonite Dragonite by Pyramid, which is where I do my little dragons. It looks a little bit like that's a symbol there.
Okay.
And just send me a little send me a little message on there.
Okay, so I'll leave, guys, if you want to get in contact with Joanne, I'll leave the links to her pages in the description for this video. So have a look at the description in this video and you'll find the links to get in contact with Joanne, because she's just, honestly, I love you so much.
I love you guys. This has been so much fun.
Yeah. Oh, I thought this is not bad. You can. We had a real laugh with Joanne. Then we did a review of cards, tarot cards, for the wonderful YASMEEN Westwood. And we decided, okay, we did the review, and we said to her, can we do the review, would you come on and have a wee chat with us? So YASMEEN did. She joined our little video club, you could say. And she talked about how she got into designing tarot cards.
Around about sort of April 2018, an image kept cropping up in my head, and it was a woman, and in front of her there was a heart with flowers and 3 swords like stabbed into it. And I can't draw to save my life, right? So I thought, how am I going to create this? Like, I really need to create. And again, I didn't know how or why. I just knew I had to do it. And I know Photoshop. I know a little bit about Photoshop, not a lot at that point, just the basics. So when Aaron used to go down to sleep, or during the day when I had time, I started teaching myself Photoshop techniques through YouTube.
That's amazing.
And so I would have like a window open of the YouTube tutorial, and then me trying to create that image. So it was quite painstaking, like pausing it, creating it, pausing it, and learning the technique. And eventually I created the image, which is now the 3 of Swords.
Wow.
Right? And that has a personal thing for me, because there were certain things that happened which are in that card, something personal experiences which are in that card, and I knew why it came up at the time it did. So I created that, and then another image came to my mind, and it was turned out to be the Devil card. So I created that, and then I found that I was able to express myself through the artwork I was creating. So whenever I was feeling something, an image would just pop into my head, and I wasn't consciously like trying to create it. It would just pop into my head, and then I'd sit down and spend hours. Like, literally took me hours to create one image, because I didn't know what I was doing. And as I started doing that, I thought, wait a minute, this looks a bit like a tarot deck, and I know a bit about tarot. Not an absolute expert in it, but I know the cards of tarot. And I thought, I had this crazy idea, why don't I just create a tarot deck?
You know, it's funny how life works out, isn't it, you can? Because, well, Joanne doesn't stay too far from me, and YASMEEN, well, she was doing it to South England. But the next person we went to interview, we need to mix it up a bit. We thought we need something with animals coming in, and I can just the person to ask. And that was Lesley Allan in Spain. So we decided to take a wee trippy to Spain. Well, I wasn't sure how this one was going to work. But anyway, you got to have a bit of trust. So Lesley Allan came on and told us all about what she does with the animals.
And it might interest you guys. I think it will definitely interest you guys. So Lesley, would you like to explain to everybody a little bit about your spiritual path, how you got onto your spiritual path, and what it is that you do now in helping the spiritual world?
Okay, so my name's Lesley Allan, and I have a page, you could say, Angels Whispers, and I'm dedicated to being an animal psychic and spiritual healer for animals.
Wow.
So cool!
So, basically, I connect with animals either in this world or in the spirit world and pass messages to their owners. So, hopefully, give benefit to the owners and the animals through that work. There's been a couple of people. The reason for having a reading is it's been time to let the animal go. And there's things that they've wanted to say before it's time to part. So even in that terribly sad times, there's a happy side to it. I mean, what a blessing for me to be able to help somebody at the saddest of times you could have, and able to help them part. Help their lives go in different directions, or their spirits go in different directions.
Aww.
That's a true blessing you've got there. That's a true
Very
blessing.
special. Yeah.
Very special.
How would you say would be the best way in connecting with your animal? Like your dog, for instance. If I wanted to talk to Pip, how would I do that?
Right, you would sit with your animal and just let your mind go quiet. Meditate with your dog. Or, I'm saying dog, whatever the animal is. Meditate with your dog and just let the messages come.
Okay, wow.
Just put your own mind at peace.
So, we seem to be bouncing about, I thought. And then Joanne came to me one day and she says, as a lassie, it's been doing some of my classes, Gladys, she says. Could you hear a wee word with her? I said, aye, no bother. What can I do? She says, just hear a word with her. She says, I think it's you she needs to speak to. Oh, well, here we go, I says. So next thing, I get a message. The wife of Wales. And it was the lovely Emma Hughes. So I thought, this is good. Sitting, chatting, and with a good chat about things and everything. And she told me what she'd done. And I says, would you like to come on into spiritual time and talk about your soul finding? And it was just amazing. I could have sat and listened to what she was saying for ages. So the beautiful Emma, she joined us one morning, we Kerry and I, and she did her little bit for us. And Emma, you've just let our listeners, our viewers and everybody know that it can happen in an instant. You didn't have to be born with all this, like I was. But it can just happen, and at any time, and age isn't an issue with it neither. It can happen at any time in your life, and that's why I love your story.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't fortunate enough to be born with it. When I was growing up, I always felt I didn't belong. I always felt sadness about the way people treat people. I always felt angry about wars. I couldn't understand why people would want to kill people.
Mm-hmm.
And looking back now, I totally understand why I felt those things. Right. Even though I can't remember, because when we we are wiped clean when we reincarnate you. We're not meant to remember any past lives, because we are living an earth experience every time we come here to learn.
Yeah.
But looking back at particular things, I think I've always been a manifester. And I didn't even know what that was. I always got the job I wanted. Everything I wanted that I put my heart and soul into, I always got. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh. But it is, and at the minute, it's something new every week. Didn't know anything about energy. I didn't know anything about healing, but that came online pretty quick. I can feel energy. I can look at locations, pictures, places. I can tune in. I can see beneath the ground. I always see tunnels and cities and I see those things. I can't make it up, because there's certain names, places I get, and I've got to go on Google. I always check. I still always check for a confirmation,
Mm-hmm.
And
faces come up, and I'm like, well, I can't imagine that because I wouldn't know it. I wouldn't know certain things. It's just what I get given.
So, we were in Wales. But anyway, yeah, I kind of like my singing bowls. Yeah, and I often talk about the singing bowl. Ding, 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 ding. And again, I know a lovely lady called Morag, and she does sound bath. And you'll all ken about a couple of weeks ago. And Kerry was busy, so I took it on my own head to ging up the road, because she's just stays in Blackburn, not far from me. And we had an interview with Morag Sutherland and our beautiful singing bowls. And it was lovely. And she did her, tell us how she got into us and all the rest of it. And it was such a lovely morning, sitting with her in our singing bowls. And to the lovely Morag Sutherland. Hi, Morag!
Hi. Hi. Today I'm going to tell you about sound therapy and sound baths. Now, first of all, sound baths has got nothing to do with water, right? A lot of folk think, oh shit, I've got to go and get in a bath of water. No. It's all about the vibrations and the energy of the bowls. It kind of massages your cells, because everything starts to move in your body with the vibration. The aim of sound therapy is first for your emotional, because some people find it hard to meditate, right? But once you've been a few of these and you focus on the sounds, you can get into a meditative state just by the sound. But then it's also for your physical, because each bowl, as I say, works with each chakra, and you can feel the energy going into it. And a lot of people, I'm used to the gong now, so I didn't feel it the same because I'm totally gong. But people will say the gong, they'll say, oh my God, my fingers were tingling, my feet were tingling, and the energy goes whoosh. And this gong is really good for quietening your mind, because it says, I'm the gong, I'm the power, you will listen to me, and it kind of pins you to the table, and it gets you into that lovely quietening your mind. But it also gives you the vibrational therapy that is massaging your bloods. Your bloods are moving, and your cells are all moving. So this is the bath bit. They're all moving. Frosted crystal quartz bowls. They're 7, and they're to cover your 7 main chakras. Each one has a different hertz and vibration. And like this one, for instance, is a C, and it resonates with your root chakra. So you're covering all the chakras. It's using energy in a different way. It's energy from the bowls. But it's a bit like a radio. If you imagine tuning into the hertz, this is all what it is. It's vibrations.
So that was 5 beautiful souls came on. Beautiful women came on to speak to us, to tell them their path. Joanne says to me the other day, you know, folk think when you're on a spiritual path, all you do is, all we do is speak to dead people, she put it. And I says, well, I can where you're coming for there. But it's no. A spiritual path takes you in many, many different ways, not just the afterlife. And it's so good when we all get together and you see how we all work. And we've all got our own little different ways of working, but we all come together. You know, and we couldn't have done this if it hadn't been that we had to use the internet. Okay, I did go to Morag Sutherland's house, but it was all done with the distancing and everything. But otherwise, everything was done through the internet, you know. And I'll tell you now, I wouldn't have thought I would have been doing that neither. I've learnt a lot in 2020 and I hope you all have and all. Yeah. But you can't, I thank that 5 ladies for coming on and joining Kerry and I. But there's one person I've got to talk to about, and that's Kerry herself. Because she's the one that does all the editing and does all the girls and puts them on. And makes sure it goes on YouTube. So who do to her Kerry, you know, it wouldn't be the same, would it? So I thank her from the bottom of my heart. I'm sure she must laugh when she sees some of my own recordings. But we get on well. And that's the main thing. You know, passing on the love, passing on the light. And she can fairly do that. You know, we've fairly had a few funny moments on spiritual time this year. You know, and it's been good. We've had a laugh. She's given me a few surprises, as you know. You know. Yeah. Madam, as I called her, after the carry on with the bulk naked t-shirt. And I still haven't got my one yet. But anyway, you know, it's all fun. And you can't, if we can't hear a bit of fun, well, especially if it we've been gone through. But the fun doesn't stop here, does it? This will be my last video for 2020, and but 2021. I said to my guys, no, I'm not making no predictions. But I might just throw a wee few cards for all you lot out there. Just give me a minty. But you know, we've all got to shine our light. No, we're staying in darkness. Being unhappy. Being sad. Keep positive. Yeah. Yeah, 2020's shown up to be an half a year. And lots of different things have happened. But keep smiling into 2021. And just watch. Things blossom in the light. Always remember, light overcomes darkness, no matter what it is. Kind of easy for me to say because I'm such a positive person. But it's true, you know. It really is true. So, you know, whatever life throws at you, think about it. Will it be as bad as 2020? Keep smiling. So what are you all doing for Christmas? Well, I have got plans. And would love to go see my grandsons. But hey, that could be changing as well. But whatever I land in, I'll have that smile on my face. Because there's always another day. And the main thing is we'll keep safe, isn't it? As they keep telling us. We've got to keep safe. We've got to keep safe. Oh, anyway, I think I'm going to give out 3 cards. Okay? And this is for 2021. Okay. So let's see if 3 cards are going to give for 2021. Okay? I'm not going to predict anything. We'll leave it at that, I think. Because I do feel next year there's going to be lots of surprises. I do feel surprises coming in. Okay? What kind of surprises? I'm not half sure, but I'm sure we'll find out when it happens, won't we? Anyway, the first card is you are safe. You know? And I'm just saying, stay safe. And we get the safe card. And it says, I'm protecting you against your lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones at home. You know? Ask your angels to keep us all safe. Ask your guides. Ask your universe. put her out there and you'll be safe. A wonderful card to start off with. To let you ken you're going to be all safe in 2021. Yeah. Be positive. Things are changing. Lots of new things are going to happen. And you've got to, and your next card is, for 2020 is, always remember who you are. That's what that is. Remember who you are. Okay? You're a powerful, loving, creative child of God. You're very loved. And you are. Remember who you are. You're a mum. You're a granny. You're a dad. You're a granda. Auntie, uncle, cousin. Yes, you're all that person. But you're number one. So always remember about yourself. Never forget as you're looking after everybody else and making sure everybody's safe and looked after. Don't forget yourselves in 2021. Alright? Will you do that for me? Don't forget about yourself. And you know, this will be a big card for a lot of people, this last one. And that's the teaching and learning card. 2021 is going to bring us a lot of new challenges. Okay? So keep an open mind and learn new ideas. Then teach these ideas to others. Don't keep things to yourself. Yeah? Yeah? Don't keep things to yourself. Okay? Tell people what you're saying. Let them know what you're doing. Teach them the things that you want them to know. Okay? Because we're going to be on a big learning path next year. 2021 is like a new door opening. 2020, in a way, was a year of cleansing. A year of letting people see, to love, to feel, and to look at your neighbour, not just as somebody stays next door to you. Yeah? And this is what it's all about. Love. So with that, I'm going to wish you lot big thank yous, and I mean big thank yous, for tuning in and subscribing. And remember, never forget to ring that bell. Ding dong, ring that bell. Ring that bell, ding dong, ding dong. Because you see, in 2021, things will be better. Please tune in next year in 2021. And I'm sure Kerry will be back on the new year with me. And we'll see you all then. But take care, and remember, keep smiling. Light always overcomes the darkness. Keep smiling, keep the faith. And most of all, keep loving yourself. So, until I see you all in 2021, Merry Christmas. The beautiful button. There she goes. Hang on a minute, I'll get Buster. Come here, Busty. Give me a say hello to everybody. Oh. No, he's not having none of the weight. He's camera shy. But that doesn't matter. And I'll say on behalf of Kerry as well. See you in 2021, folks. Bye for now.